from the Bartow Arena here in Birmingham, Alabama, where tonight the UAB Blazers host the Southern Miss Golden Eagles in Conference USA basketball. We take a look at the Conference USA standings. Where
21 wins overall, and UAB's coming off 3 tough road games, but certainly they are very, very tough here at home.
One of the best is Neil Watson, and he's a little bit banged up.
At the half, the Blazers by 12 over Southern Miss here at Bartow Arena. The Eagles with a 7-game winning streak. And right now, you look at all of the bracketology, they're in, but they got to win games like this.
Well, certainly they do. It's going to be an interesting year in trying to select the 68 because the leagues are so balanced, so much parity in basketball now. You've got the Syracuses and the Wichita States that are in, the Floridas and the Kentuckys that are in, but it's going to be interesting to see just exactly what happens in the conference tournaments and how well people play down the stretch.
Talking about let's see the first half highlights. We'll start with Southern Miss. Neil Watson showing his range. And he got some help from Michael Craig. Those two have been at it all year. A little alley-oop. You've got to play defense, though, and UAB's done a better job of that in this ball game. And they set up this entire game with their defense, but they've also used the bomb. And from downtown, C.J. Washington was hot early.
Well, yeah, they have done a good job there, and they've got the ball to the open people, and they've gotten good looks, and they've made some of them.
And Chad Frazier, always good for UAB, and tonight, no difference. UAB shooting 47%. That's after one half, but they're 6 of 12 from beyond the arc.
Well, that's the important thing. Shooting percentage sometimes can be misleading. It's according to how many cheap baskets you get. In this particular case, UAB didn't get a lot of cheap baskets. They earned their baskets, and Southern Miss had some tough luck around the basket. They couldn't get it to go down. So
Cubs fans will have to be patient. From all indicators, Baez won't get a September call-up. However, when that time does come, it could be a game changer in Chicago. For the leadoff man, I'm Mick Gillespie.
Hopefully that's what they can do today.
When you signed with Alabama, did you ever expect that the program would turn into this 3 national championships in 4 years and a chance to win another one?
I don't think anybody did. I mean, we came here with the highest of expectations, and you can ask anybody in my signing class and around me. We worked our butt off, and it's all that hard work that put forth has been able to play out here on the field, and Coach Saban's done a tremendous job, so it's all worked out.
Well, it's great to see you, Mike, and we'll send it back up to Tyler and Chris.
More devastating.
When the team was 13 games under 500, when they were going through that 12-game losing streak, did you envision this as a possibility?
Well, you know what? That's hard to envision that. But what I did tell the guys is, at the end of that streak, I told them, you know what? We're going to be a better club and better people and better players because of going what we went through.
Well, you had a home run again today, and you've hit 35 of them this year. That's second most in all of minor league baseball.
I'm just trying to hit the ball hard, and if I hit it in the air and hard, it's going to go over the fence. I'm just trying to do my best.
How about in-bat adjustments? It seems like if you see a pitch one time, that second time you see it, you can hit it.
Yeah, it just depends of the situation, and if I'm sitting on one pitch and they hit that with a play, I'm just going to swing and try to hit it.
Congratulations.
Over there. All right, thanks a lot, Christopher. Alabama well on their way to another #1 National Signing Day class. Along with Alabama's first ever Heisman Trophy winner, Mark Ingram, I'm Mick Gillespie, and it's National Signing Day. You're back here. You're now with the New Orleans Saints, but you come back to Tuscaloosa occasionally. When you see the board behind you, and it's the 25th commitment of Alabama's 2014 National Signing Day class is Rashaan Evans, linebacker, Auburn High School, Auburn, Alabama.
Sticking to it, doing the same exact thing every 5 days, and I've had great feel every time out on the mound. Just kind of been in a groove, so try and keep it going.
Well, and you see all these deals being made, and eventually you feel like, I'm sure, you're going to get a shot to pitch for the Cubs.
Yeah, you hope so. That's what we play for, is to make it to the big leagues one day, but you can't.
From last year's team that brings impressive credentials is Justin Bourg. 110 runs batted in last year for your club, 17 home runs, He was in the mix for the Triple Crown in this league.
Had a fabulous year. Unfortunately, you know, he didn't win the RBI title as the other guy went by him late in the season. But the one area JB needs to improve on, and I had him 2 years ago in Daytona, and
Hi, I'm Mick Gillispie with Alabama head coach Christy Curry. Good to see you today. A couple more games before the Christmas break.
We're excited. The opportunity to defend our home court as we head into SEC play.
Obviously, we'd like to break that curse sooner rather than later. Hopefully, we're not going to get hit by a home run right now.
The thought has crossed my mind.
I mean, your purple satin shirt is a target for this Chattanooga offense. I just have to say, you're looking really fresh today, Mick.
Hey, Brett, thanks for taking some time for me.
Yeah, anytime, Mick.
That's Cubs prospect outfielder Brett Jackson. I'm Mick Gillispie for CSN Chicago.
Live men's college basketball is on CSS. Coming up tomorrow, North Florida takes on Jacksonville at 7 p.m. Visit css-sports.com for a complete schedule of games this season. We're at Bartow Arena, UAB on a 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 26 seconds. And they lead Southern Miss. Southern Miss receiving votes in the top 25. This is a tough place, though, to come in and get a win. UAB always good here at home.
Well, they are very good. It's going to be it's been an interesting basketball season for everybody. Of course, Wichita State and Syracuse undefeated. Syracuse has got to go to Duke, I think, and Virginia pretty soon. Those will be two tough games for them. You know, basketball is a game, generally speaking, where you don't win all your games. You'd like to, but fans need to understand that just because you lose one doesn't mean that you got a bad team or a bad coach. I said something about that on the radio today. So I think we have good basketball. We have steady basketball. SEC is certainly got two outstanding teams. Conference USA is certainly Southern Miss and UTEP are playing very well. And I think Conference USA is getting stronger and stronger every year.
Eason misses both, and the Blazers have the basketball. Southern Miss needed some points there. Far side of the floor, swing for three. A little bit short. And that went through a couple different hands before UAB saved. Frazier in the lane, little push shot, no. And finally the ball going the other way. Well, you mentioned that just because you don't win every game doesn't mean that you're not coached well.
Well, it certainly doesn't. You know, of course, Syracuse makes a big shot. Last night, a very tough shot to beat Pittsburgh, and everybody talking about they should have done this, should have done that. And I thought Pittsburgh did a good job of defending it. They made a great shot. Ball went in. Game's over. So if it hadn't have gone in, they'd been better coached, I guess. But basketball is a very difficult game to coach. Very hard to.
Eason down low, spins one off the rim.
Guys to do what they're supposed to do. There's North Carolina right there, and that's what Jared likes. To get the basketball inside, get it down the sideline, and get it to the rim. Fast break basketball is what UAB is all about, and as they continue to recruit, I'm sure they'll play even faster.
And you talk about recruit, Tyler Madison, Shelby County's all-time leading scorer as a prep. Off the back of the rim, swing with the effort. To the floor for the save, and a foul against Southern Miss. And that was Matt Bengaya. Had to reach in there and get the ball, and swing had it, lost it, but stayed with it.
Well, I really enjoy seeing games where both basketball teams get after each other the way these two teams have. They own the floor after the ball. They're playing hard. And, you know, I think that's so important. Coaches, you got to have that.
And you'll see that Bengaya picks up the foul. That's his third foul already. And the UAB in the bonus. So Frazier at the line.
Free throws
77%
are really big because there are a lot of them now.
Nope. Hit the rim twice but didn't go through. And the Golden Eagles going to run. Bengaya misses. The pushback, nope. There's a lid on the basket right now for the Golden Eagles.
Well, even though there is a lid, there's two outstanding rebounds by really effort and athletic ability. You know, they stayed after it. They're not a big basketball team, but they stayed after it. Got a second, third shot.
Tosin Mahente with his second foul.
from Lithuania. And at the free throw line, Aaron Brown. 71% for Brown. This is the first. He's a guy that likes to drive to the bucket and create shots and pass off of that. We saw that there.
It's a basketball team in Southern Miss is averaging 73 points a game. They're holding their opponents to 61, I think it is. And although they don't shoot a whole lot from the three, as we talked about, they do a good job of getting what we refer to as cheap baskets. And people that get cheap baskets, teams that get cheap baskets are usually the teams that win the game.
UAB's lead at 5, and more pressure from the Golden Eagles. Rutger and Washington playing a little catch. You got to be careful, though. Southern Miss able to force all those turnovers.
Well, patience, I think, is the key here.
Here's Frazier. Finds it back to the top of the key for Rutger. And the shot didn't have enough juice. And we got a whistle down low.
Got a good high post look. Got a pretty good patient trip.
And that's a foul against the Blazers. And that's the third on Mahente. So he's officially in foul trouble. And Bengaya of Southern Miss with 3, and he'll go to the bench.
I'm sure Tim Floyd and UTIP is watching this game with interest. Tied for the league lead, and they came in here and beat UAB 2 points, or 2 or 3 points a couple of weeks ago. UAB has gone to the zone defense, gone to a 2-3.
Here's Watson for 3, and he's fouled.
Good ball fake, good head fake, left his feet. And I think a good move to go zone.
He's a smart player. Oh, you're right. There it is.
Head fake.
Once he got Washington in the air, it was all she wrote.
Anytime you can make that ball fake, for you people that are watching and like to play the game, you make that ball fake, you make that defense do something they don't want to do.
Washington with 3 fouls now. And the first free throw cuts into the UAB lead. Watson, how about this? 94% from the free throw line.
Yeah, he's a terrific shooter.
That's how you used to teach him right there. Look at that, perfect. It's the second. It looks so easy to shoot free throws, but Coach, you know, it's an art to be able to do it like this.
Everybody asked me, why, and I think one of the reasons that people don't shoot them as well is that they do everything from the field on the move. And then when they start to shoot the basketball standing still, some of them don't shoot it quite as well. But when you shoot on the move, it's a little bit different for you when you get to the line.
Watson with 6 now after hitting all 3. And it's a 2-point game. Starting to wind down this first half. Watts all the way to the rack on the baseline and lays it in.
Good bank shot, got high on the glass, good drive.
Didn't look like Coach Donnie Tyndall was real happy about his team defensively that time. Watson through the pick. Now feeds the ball back, and the jumper missed by Craig. Like the extra effort. Ball fake. And it threw it right over top of the rim. Jordan Swing with the rebound for the Blazers. UAB trying to add to their lead. Far side jumper, count it. Chad Frazier. That's what he does.
Well, he did a good job there. He hit on a dribble drive and backed it up, and kind of backed up and got a good jump shot.
Frazier with the jumper. 3rd in Conference USA in scoring because he can do spectacular things like that. Blazers ahead.
When you need Southern college sports coverage, CSS gives you nonstop analysis, opinions, and